Okay. Okay, good morning, everybody, and be happier and healthy. That is my main objective of my business that I started really through lockdown over last year ago. After being in trouble for 3 years and being hit and everything wiped away from me, I myself started putting on weight, feeling unhealthy. My mental health was suffering, and I thought I need to do something to motivate myself. So I was looking around and I thought, you know what? I'm going to make myself a case study and create a business from this. So the secret of being happy is accepting where you are in life and making the most of every day. And that's exactly what I did. So really the start of my journey for this presentation is, where are we now in life at this stage? So where I was in my life was a very low point, started a business, started growing revenue, and then suddenly had it all wiped away from me. Ended up having to give £30,000 worth of money back to people, and all my costs gone. So really, any money I'd made for the first 2 years of my business got wiped away. So I wasn't in a good place. So the objective is to focus on the food we eat, our mind and body, as it's the everyday life, and that will make us stay happy. So we all have trigger points. Now it could be not getting out of bed in the morning, being stuck in traffic, the beauty of Zoom, I guess, spilling a cup of tea or coffee down a nice white shirt before a meeting or before a Zoom meeting, or getting that random text that you just dread either from a client or from a partner or just some bad news. Everybody has the trigger points, but the good thing is if you know what your trigger point is. Now, anyone that battles with weight or health or mental health, will sleep will definitely be the one, because sometimes you feel it's your safe place. If you're in bed, you feel it's your place of safety. You close your eyes, listen to music, and you can shut everything off. Where the other three situations we are in life, where we have to be awake and talk to people, they're sometimes the things that we can't shut out of our lives. So bed is quite often a safe place for a lot of people, but it's not a good place to be. So my trigger point was the loss of my parents. I lost my dad last March, as Bill know. I've been very, very close to my life. I've looked after him for the last 2 years. I lost my mum 3 years ago, and always been a very, very close family unit. My mum and dad were like my best friends, and losing them was like having everything wiped away from me. Even now, just as I'm saying these words, I feel like someone's pulling my stomach apart. It's losing somebody in your life who's so close to you can absolutely wipe you out. So after losing my family and then COVID hitting and my business going down the pan, it was like tough, tough, tough. So it's to care for those who cared for us is one of the highest honours in life. So I was proud to look after my mum and dad, and I thought, I've got 3 children. I need to be around for my kids. So this is when I bit the bullet and thought, you know what? I've got to be happy. Whatever happens, I've got to be happy. Travel will come back. But one of the things that scares me as well, 18 people a day commit suicide in the UK every day. That's probably fractionally up at the moment. That's based off the office statistics for last year. Now, if any of us can help one person, it's a big start. Now, I say I've suffered with mental illness. I've had a massive breakdown over the years, and certainly what hasn't helped has been my weight, my health, myself over the years. Let's see, last August was the turning point. That picture was taken as I walked away from my dad's house for the last time. The skip up the drive, and as I drove away, I thought, I'm never ever going to be like this again. I know I've got to be around for my kids now, because anyone knows that's still got parents, lucky enough. If it goes wrong in your life, you always believe that your dad will fix it or your mum will fix it. But when they're not there, it comes down to you. I've got 3 kids, and I think I am that dad now. So what have we done over the years? I've done London to Brighton challenge. I've done that twice now, so 100k over 24 hours. I've done it for Alzheimer's 2 years on the run. Recently, I've just done a sit-up challenge for Royal Marsden for cancer research, because my mum died of a throat tumour. She had a thyroid tumour, a year of symptoms, and after diagnosis, we lost her within 4 weeks. Wasn't enough known about it. They just didn't know enough about it. So I'm actively now doing as much as I can do to help other people, as well as being happy and healthy in myself. But I wouldn't have been able to do anything like this if I hadn't put myself in this position 9 months ago. So my background, chef all my life. After being at school with Bill, I obviously realised I was never going to have a life of intelligence. So I decided to use my hands and do something practical. So at the age of 16, I started work for Lord Daresbury in Warrington, where at the age of 17, I won my first gold medal with a team there. Travelled Australia. The bottom and bottom left is me in Australia on Christmas Day. And my most recent job was executive chef at the Holiday in Runcorn, but unfortunately I had to leave that post due to illness. And I run my own business from Birchwood for pretty much 7 years called The Crazy Hog, where we specialise in hog roast and barbecues. One big thing I always did, whatever I do as a business, I put time back into community. So I went into schools teaching kids to cook, and then I've been involved in doing the Rotary Young Chef of the Year as well. So my attitude in life is if you've got a skill, use it and share it with others. Recently, I did a nutritional degree in food therapy to understand more about it. I can cook it. I understand a lot about food, but it's really important to know what our food can do for us. It's not a gimmicky product. It's food is a natural product that can help us. So situations such as like someone's got a lot of mouth ulcers or rashes, it could be a lack of vitamin A. Someone with lots of colds, not wounds aren't healing properly, it's your vitamin C. So there's lots of things that can be picked up by someone that understands conditions and food. Health and happiness. If it's people with low energy, it just destroys your productivity. And I think we've all known that, especially when you're working probably in an office environment. There's lots of people that don't pull the weight. Quite often it's just so low energy because they're either out drinking at night, eating a poor diet, or just generally not in a good place. So the sort of things that I'm looking for is people that are tired, people that just feel really groggy. They just can't get up in the morning. Or you have the opposite where people just can't go to bed at night because they just don't want to go to bed. But people that tend to battle to get out of bed in the mornings are people that are struggling with a rundown of the body. The body's just totally run down. So there's little things that we can fix and tweak, but grogginess and tiredness is always a sign of poor diet. But we find in this modern day world, people prioritize nice TVs, nice holidays, flashy cars, going out drinking more than they look after their body. People will quite happily go and spend 50 grand on a nice new car or 10 grand on a week's holiday. But when it comes to spending £50 a month, whether it's a gym membership or buying good stuff, they don't. When I know myself now, selling holidays to people, people don't want to pay £1,000 for a week in the UK, but they pay 10 grand to go to Mauritius for 7 days next week. But that's 7 days in the UK. What will it do to your mental health? What will it make you feel? It make you feel better. A holiday is all about making you feel better, whether it's abroad or in the UK. But people put a value on everything. And I think all of us that run our own businesses realize how hard that is, especially when people put a value on our services. So we can all choose the way we eat. The picture on the right will show you what your healthy gut looks like. And the picture next to that is your unhealthy gut. So when we live a healthy life, our body, eating a good balanced meal. Now, the pictures where it shows you all the junk food and all the healthy food, put them both together. That's a pretty good body. I mean, picture A here on the side where we've got all the junk food going in, all the wine in there. Even take 30% of that away and replace it, you'll end up feeling a lot better. But the sign of accepting that we're not in a good position is when you've got dry skin, you're tired, you're lacking the energy, constipation. A lot of people struggle now with IBS. It's a bit of a trendy word, IBS, but when I grew up, it was just classed as constipation. Demotivation. Now, a lot of people go through demotivation during lockdown. It all comes down to our immune system, and we're leaving ourselves open to diabetes. Now, all of those signs there, that was me going back in August, September, but I didn't accept it. And it's like anything when you've got an alcohol addiction, drug addiction, or anything, you just don't accept where you are in life. And the only way anything will get better is by accepting it. So to move on from there, to accept it, generally you have to do that big change. You probably need to go down the route of a detox where you go and start bringing in more and more better quality produce into your diet. So your veg, your fish, your meat. I always now swear blind by aloe vera. I started on 20 years ago taking pure aloe vera gel, not the cheap stuff from the supermarket or from Holland and Barrett, which is mixed with stuff. The pure gel every day. I've took it years in, years out and gone off it for a while. Back in September, I started on that again. and it has massive benefits, but you've got to live a healthy diet and mix the stuff with it as well. Now, don't get me wrong, I've gone from probably having 15 pints of cider a week on a bad week to virtually hardly drink any cider, but I love my wine. So what you've got to do when you're looking at changing your lifestyle is don't cut out everything. You know, I still like a bit of chocolate. I like my wine. I like my cheese. So I don't cut things out like that. But it's prioritizing what's important to you. But then when you look at these pictures now, I think now that picture on the right hand side, the unhealthy gut, that was definitely mine last September. I can tell you that for a fact. And when you think inside our stomach, the stomach acid is strong enough to burn your skin. So what is that doing to your intestine wall? Once it breaks through your intestine wall, that's when tumors and cancer and bad things happen to us. So the most important is keeping the intestine wall clean and as strong as possible at all times. And bear in mind, 70% of our immune system comes from the gut. It just makes you realize why you feel so tired and lack of energetic. And the average person produces 2 pints of saliva a week every day. Now, saliva will produce the saliva by eating things. So anything you can chew a lot of, such things like apples and pears, anything you can chew a lot of produces the saliva. So that's good. Obviously, men like myself like eating bananas because it's easy, but you know, it doesn't produce that saliva. So anything you're eating, you think more and more about what can produce the most. So even chewing broccoli and raw veg is definitely a great thing. So positive mind is a good diet. The secret of a good health is for both mind and body. And this is the thing for me, I often mourn the past. Now, you'll never forget losing loved ones that you've lost in your life. That will never go away, and you can't stop that. But I worry about what I've done in the past, and I worry about the future. And I've had to park that. And so far at the moment, I'm doing quite well. I have bad days and good days. But that is the main thing, is focusing on the positive. And doing things like today is brilliant, because a lot of people think they can't be bothered. But like probably all of us, after we've had this session today, you'll think, wow, I wish we did that today, because it's just getting that together with people. So the priority is cleansing your colon. If you look at this, this is your colon, a bad colon. So if you took that out of the gut from the previous picture, that's what it would look like. Now the aloe vera is like engine oil into your body. It cleanses it. So it's cleansing the toxins out of your body. Now, it's not going to make you a perfect body, but it cleanses it and just gives your body a chance to fight back. And as we say, a negative mind, a negative body, it doesn't help anybody. And going through lockdown recently, I think more and more people are stuck in this rut. So brain food is what we need, and it's all about eating the right food. And we know this, we get preached this all the time, especially kids at school now get told about eating things. Now, I've never been a lover of fruit and veg, and I've been a chef all my life, but I've actually done like 3 months of losing weight and eating like this, and I cannot tell you how good I felt after the first 3 months. So like now I'm probably about month 9 now of eating and living better, and I probably eat 80% like this now. But don't get me wrong, like I say before, I do like my wine at weekend, my cheese and a bit of biscuits and chocolates, but I do probably make, you know, a big part of my life now eating the right foods, and my energy is so much more now. I'm 3 stone lighter than I was in August, and that's not dieting, it's just changing my lifestyle. And all I'd say to, if any of you have got friends that are trying to lose weight, if their head isn't in the right place, it won't work. You've got to get your mind in the right place and then get the balance right. Now, as a chef myself, I help people put the food together. And if you look on my Instagram, my BeHappy.health Instagram page, you'll see the meals that I create for myself at home. I put them on most nights, and you can see the balance of dishes I'm doing. And they're all from basic ingredients at home, nothing fancy, sort of things you would generally have in your fridge at home. So as I say, your body is just like a car engine. Your car engine will go for years and years and years, and people are still driving around in the really old cars. Why? Because the engines are looked after, they put clean oil in on a regular basis, and they service the car. But how many people actually service the body? And once or twice a year, have a good detox and think, I'm going to give my body a rest and I'm going to look after it. So, you know, people don't link the body as they would with a car, but you need to treat your body just like you treat your car. We get up in the morning, get in that car to go to work or get and go shopping, and you just expect it to work. But people get out of bed and lie on the sofa, don't expect the body to work. They just think, oh, we'll get through it. But if that was your car, how would you feel? So the benefits of the aloe vera, it's a 99.7% pure natural inner leaf. It's so rich in vitamin C. As it goes into your gut, as it goes round, it basically latches on to the toxins inside your gut and flushes them out. Now you're only talking like about 30 mils a day of this, and it contributes to a healthy gut. Now, all this is great with a balanced lifestyle. So it's pointless someone sort of trying to go down the route of expecting this is going to change their life if they're going to go for a chippy lunch and having a pie at tea time, because all you're doing is just adding some toxins again. But anybody that's looking for something like that, it's fantastic. Now I use the aloe berry. This is an apple and berry flavour. It's so much nicer to drink on a daily basis in the fridge. But this one's only 90.7%. So aloe vera gel, natural, is definitely a starting point to a better, healthy way to live. And that's something I've been on for 20 years, but really for the last 9 months I've committed my life, sort of like pretty much my life to one every day now, and feel it's working for me. So my core products that I mainly work with is my nutrition. I use the aloe vera gels, which is a big part of it. I do a C9 program, which is basically like your detox program. And that's where you have 9 days following a healthy eating program and a fitness program. And these products are basically designed to help you lose that initial weight and clear the toxins out of your gut. And now I can guarantee you, I've done this 4 times now, and I've had half a dozen customers on it in the last year. Everyone has come back and said within 4 days they're buzzing. And the average weight loss is between 6 and 8 pounds in 9 days. Now, don't quote me on that, as we're not allowed to advertise things such as that, but that's come from my customers' experience. And then you go into the F15, which is a 15-day fitness program. Now, these fitness programs are actually done by celebrities who endorse the products, and they do fitness online programs for us. So we have yoga classes, Pilates classes, gym sessions. Matt Cohen, England rugby union player, he actually does gym sessions. So we have online portal for all our clients to actually do proper fitness classes. So really you're getting a fitness program, an eating plan, and fitness classes included. So these are all like different programs which are set up, and you don't just get given a box and sent away. I support you through each one. And then once you're getting your body right, we've got the skincare cream, aloe vera. So many people buy the cheap products in the supermarkets, these cheap creams that have got all sorts of rubbish in them, and people don't tend to look at the ingredients. I had some soap in the downstairs toilet last year, and it said aloe soap. It actually had 1% aloe, and it was the last ingredient actually on the bottle. So it's literally, some of these products, when they say includes aloe, it's what percentage and actually what sort of, where's it come from, as the Forever Living is the world's leader in aloe vera. So once we've got in that way, now we start thinking about once we start feeling better in a better place, I'm offering retreats. This retreat's fantastic in Anglesey, where you can do fitness retreats, you can do weekend breaks, yoga detox, you can do walking breaks. So I offer a selection of breaks. This one's particularly in Anglesey by this lady that does them in Anglesey for me, but also I'm all across the UK and around the world. I was with a new client last week in Tenerife. North Tenerife's got a fantastic hotel complex, boutique restaurant, and it's all aimed at healthy living. So you can have 3 days having a slimming healthy, and then you can have 7 days in the all-inclusive, or you do 7 days all-inclusive, do the last 3 days and feel good about yourself in the slim restaurant, as they call it. Very well named. But they offer fantastic detox, healthy living programs. And a lot of these places, it's not all about just eat juice and eat pure. Some of these places offer the balance. So it's a holiday as well as just eating well. So it's not you're going to get there, get brainwashed. It's there for a holiday, but giving the opportunity to eat a better diet. And I've got these fantastic spa breaks, £99 for 2 people. And they're in the Ballantyne gyms. There's 3 in central Manchester. I think there's about 7 in the northwest. £99 for 2 people, and you get 3 treatments. So anybody's looking for gift ideas or pamper days. Pamper days are great, especially if you've been trying to look after yourself for a month and you've lost a bit of weight, you start to feel better. Get down for a good massage and a swim and a pamper day. Just makes you feel so much more better. And especially now with people not having holidays, these little treats make a big difference. And I've known that from clients have said to us, they've just had such a fantastic day. And sometimes it's not just girly weekends, it's guys going down or partners doing things like this together for £100, park the kids somewhere and just go out for the day and go to a spa experience. What a great day out. So I'm looking for people are looking to lose weight, increase their energy levels, people that have got skin conditions as well, because all the Forever Living products are all tested. They're all totally natural, nothing added to them. I can supply samples of different creams. I do have quite a selection of sample sachets so people can do testing on them, anyone that's got dry skin or any types of skin conditions. And also, if you've got contact into personal trainers, yoga teachers, or Pilates teachers, because they tend to be more into the holistic side of this sort of thing. They seem to be more open to listening to ideas, people in that industry. And also, I can link up with them as well. I mean, me and Bill obviously know Karen Spence really well. Karen, we used to go to school together. You know, she's got her own business. We're talking about putting together some breaks in September for a new part of her business. So, you know, we're putting up together on that. So, yeah, I'm looking to build associations with people on this side of it. And not to forget my travel side of the business, which will, you know, it actually has started to pull back the last few weeks, but mainly UK breaks. So I'm looking to speak to anyone about healthy eating ideas, menu suggestions, different types of food. I do motivational quotes every single day. A lot of it revolves around my life and how I'm feeling. I spend a lot of time with inspirational stories from talking to different people, and I'm always looking at different cooking ideas. So a lot of these can be found on my Instagram and my Facebook page as well. And just before I go, you want to see what Bill looked like when he had hair? He's there on the top right there. Yeah, with his class of, that was probably class of, what was that? Well, that would have been class of 1981, I think it was. Yeah, 1980. And I'm the little smiley guy right in the middle front row next to the Philip Greathead and Simon Brocklehurst. You'll probably remember those, Bill.